Okie dokie, the microphone is unmuted. Thank God I did not screw that up. So hello, how you doing guys? It's me, Ozzy, one part of this crazy YouTube channel which I have no idea what it is. Cameron Cardona is here. Hello, I'm making a prediction, his favourites are the Amandasian or the Tomb ones. Well, you just have to wait and see. Maybe one of those is correct, maybe it isn't. We'll just have to wait and see. I'd be interested to know what you guys think of each of the designs, but we're going to go through it together. So, hello to people watching live and hello to people watching afterwards. We do weekly live streams here, if you didn't know. So hit that subscribe button; it really does help out a lot. And hit a like while you're at it too. That way you can see more live streams like this. What more could you want than me looking at my phone instead of the audience? You know, that's quality entertainment right there. But hello, Dalek Apocalypse. How you doing? Fifth, wait, that means I'm Peter Davison, damn it. Hey, there's worse things than being Peter Davison, don't worry. Hello, Emperor of the Daleks, how you doing? And Doctorus Prime. And Ross Larkin, we got a good turn up tonight, so we're just going to go straight into it, because it might take a while, because there are a lot of Cybermen designs, and I've probably missed out a couple, because, one thing that I didn't include, I should have included the Vord Cybermen, that's why I put it there. But, you know, it's okay, we can add that image in later, but yeah, let's go into screen share, because I'm totally on the right screen, just forget I did that. Here we are, so we've got our list. I've put a couple of concept pieces in here because, well, I just thought that they were cool designs and I just wanted to put them in. But yeah, shoot, I don't know what order to go in because, well, they aren't in order when you import them into the thing, so do we start at the beginning? Let's start at the beginning. So we've got, what have we got? Oh yeah, the 10th planet. I mean, you kind of have to put those in S because, well, they're the originals. They're just such a good design. I remember at the time I thought, well, when I was 7 or 8, when I first watched it back in 2008, I thought they looked terrible because they were like, oh, they're crappy 60s designs, but I just didn't get that they are, well, barely held together human beings, like using duct tape and bandages and shit to hold together a human being. That's such a dark and gross concept, and I just never understood that as a kid, but growing up, really appreciate the design. Very horror, very macabre, very dark, and yeah, I don't think they intended it to be that dark, but it ended up being very dark, like Spare Parts, obviously. I don't know whether we've got the Spare Parts Cyberman in here somewhere, but I might have forgotten it. Yeah, I forgot it, because, well, of course I did, because that's how prepared I am. Okie dokie, so we're going to put, where's Tomb? There, this is Tomb / Moonbase. This has got to go in S. Actually, this is my favourite Cyberman design of all time, the Tomb design, because I just think it's so creepy. I love the 3 fingers thing, the Spock thing that they had going on. The Sontaran stole it later, but I really wish the Cybermen stuck with the 3 fingers thing. It's just weird, it's creepy, very unnerving. Yeah, it's less human, but it's human turned into a robot, so I think it's kind of as far away from a human as you can get, but I don't know, there's just something about it that works so well, and I feel like every design after that has kind of devolved, and I don't think they've ever topped the Moonbase design. I just love the Moonbase Tomb design so much. Following on from that, I've got the controller as well from that story. I'm going to put him in, one problem I had with the design is that he didn't have a chest unit. But then again, it's so superior, it doesn't need one. But it doesn't really make sense canonically, really, does it? So it's going to go in A. I love it to pieces, but I love the peanut head thing. But I think that there are a couple of revisions that I would have done to make it just that little bit different. I mean, I love how tall he is. I think that's really awesome. But there's just a couple more things which I think needed to make it a bit more Cyberman-y. Drinking my beverage. I'm going to be drinking a lot tonight. Dry throat. Okay, hello 3Dan, how you doing? Yeah, you got it right, Cameron. The Tomb voices are brilliant as well. I really love it. I will put both 10th Planet and Dr. Fall's Mondasian Cyberman on S tier. We're going to get onto the Mondasian Series 10 designs when we get there chronologically, in terms of episode. What was after that? Okay, we're going to move swiftly on to Invasion. This is going to upset some people, but I am not a massive fan of this design. The helmet's great, very iconic. Love the shot where they're coming from St. Paul's Cathedral. Looks great. They're a very creepy design. I just don't like the wetsuits. They really kind of ruin the illusion for me. And the chest unit looks kind of crap, so I'm going to put them in C. I know that might upset some people. I didn't make an F because I forgot, but I don't think any of these deserve to be an F. I think all Cybermen are cool. Actually, we forgot. Did we forget? I think this is from the moon base, or is it from the Wheel in Space? I can't remember which cyberplanet this is from, but it's one of those things where it's cool, but it just looks like they got it from IKEA. I think that's pretty much what they did. So I'm going to put both the cyberplanners in C tier because I think they're actually kind of creepy. I think they're kind of cool, but you know, I don't think they're anywhere near the level that the rest of the Cybermen come to. What have we got next? We've got this is actually going way quicker than I thought it would, but that's not a bad thing. I need to sleep, so we've got the Revenge Cybermen. Now I think they're a step up from the Invasion Cybermen. I do really like them actually. I think the only thing that kind of lets it down is the Hoover handle headlights. I mean handlebars. They're not Daleks. I'm going to put that in B, and we're going to put the leader in B as well. We're not judging performances or anything here either. We're just purely doing designs. If this was based on performance, it would be an F because that was an awful well, I mean, he might be a great actor. I've not seen him in anything else, but it didn't suit the Cybermen at all. It was bizarre. I don't know why they chose that route. Yeah, I forgot Wheel in Space because I'm a professional. But don't worry, we'll get to all of them. What you see on the list, I will cover. So, Wheel in Space. Where have I put the wheel one? Ah, there we go. I think it's odd. I think that they used the same crappy wetsuits as the Invasion ones. I like the helmet a little bit better. Yeah, overall, not a massive fan. I don't like the tongue sticking out. I think that looks silly. It's good that they changed that because it looks a bit daft. Don't think it's perfect design by any means. Then we move on to... Where's the 80s? The 80s. I feel like I'm just stabbing my younger self in the heart here because I like the helmet, but I don't know. They just look very clunky. And I know I've upset a lot of people viewing this live stream here. I think they're cool, but I think they're just a little bit too clunky and they fall apart. Like, especially in Attack of the Cybermen where they're being held together by duct tape, so I have no choice but to put these guys in the C tier. But, good news, I prefer the Silver Nemesis designs. I think they look a lot more refined. I like the chrome a lot, so I'm going to put that in the B tier. So those two are going to go in the B tier. Let's see if you guys have banned me from YouTube yet for not being so keen on the Invasion Cybermen. Some of them has no trousers. Is that actually true? Yeah, I'm fully in agreement with you about the Revenge Cybermen looking better than the Invasion ones. I think it's just because they tucked the helmet into the thing. It doesn't look right because having a zip on a Cyberman just looks odd. It doesn't work. I mean, I know Usurpation of the Cybermen, my fan film had zips, but we had no money, so be careful on us. Be nice. I mean, that's fair enough. I know a lot of people do love the 80s Cybermen, and as a kid, they were always my favourite, but like I said, they look vacuum formed. They look like the chest units just look very vacuum formed, and they don't look like steel. And they just always look like they're gonna just fall apart at like a flick. So they don't get any higher for me, unfortunately. I mean, if we're basing it on performance, well, David Banks will go in S because, well, we all know how cool David Banks is, right? What else have we got? We've got one of my classic ones. We've got the Stealth Cyberman. Now, I actually really like this because I like a Cyberman in all black. I think it looks really cool. So I'm going to put that in the B tier. I think the gun looks a bit stupid, but then again, oh well. What else we got? We got we've got like Big Finish and comic book ones. I've only got a couple because I can't actually remember what they're all from. This one you can't see in the video, but it's the one with like the human face and the big black eyes. I think that's a really cool design, so I'm going to put that in. I'm going to put that in the A tier actually, because it really gets like the disgusting nature of what a Cyberman is, especially in the classic series. I've got the one from the Ninth Doctor story. I think this looks a bit dumb, but I don't know. I think it looks a lot cooler because it's very weathered and stuff. I think it suits the story very well, so I'm going to put it in the B tier. There's not much logic being applied to this. I'm just saying stuff. I like the real-time one. It's bizarre. It's different. It doesn't really make much sense, but I kind of like how the Cybermen kind of are a bit more broad and a bit more muscular. And, well, I mean, it doesn't really make a difference whether muscular or not because, well, the robot kind of things. So, it's a very artistic design. I'm going to put it in the B tier because it's cool. I think it's different, but it's not something I'd be bothered about seeing on screen. And obviously we've got the Dark Dimension one as well, which I didn't put in this list, but that's a cool one too. But obviously, a bit weird. I don't know quite what they were thinking, but it's kind of cool. You see, we're doing this in such a good order that I forgot about the attack controller. That has to go in the C tier. It goes in the D tier because it looks kind of dumb. They shouldn't have got Michael Kilgareth back to play the Cyber Controller because he just looks overweight. And yeah, I've never been a massive fan of that design. The duct tape around the wrists, brilliant, fantastic. Is that it for Classic? I think that's pretty much it for Classic. I'll have your guys' comments. I'm not American. Your guys' comments before we move on. But yeah, where is the Dark Dimension Cyberman? Yeah, yeah. Oh well. Just imagine it's in the B tier. The 80s always remind me of Star Wars with the different designs, varieties like the stealth one and the guns too. I think I like that about the 80s ones, how they kind of varied it up a little bit, but yeah, not my favourite. Where's the one from the Flood? What Flood? If we're going to talk about expanded media, I kind of just quickly gathered a couple because, well, I've not really listened or read too much expanded media, so but yeah, let's go on to the 2006 concept design. I thought this was kind of cool. I'll put this, obviously it's not a finalised design, so it's hard to make a judgment, but yeah, I do like this one. I'll put it in the B. There's not much protecting the face, so he could get very easily damaged by his rivals, or her rivals. Why do I always refer to Cybermen as men? I mean, they convert women as well. Oh well. What else we got? Oh, we got this weird thing. It did have some concept art, and they made like a real version of it as well, I think. I think that was really cool. It harkens back to the Tomb ones, so therefore it gets a better ranking. I just don't like those things on the side of the face. I think they look silly. But overall, actually, I'm going to put that a bit further up because I think it looks really cool. And then we obviously have the series 2 and beyond Cybermen. I love the Cybersmen. I'm going to put them in the S. I've always loved the Cybersmen. The Cybers Leader is a cool design, but it's a bit underwhelming how it's literally just black handlebars. Cyber Controller, S, love it. Love those bolts on its chest. I think it just looks so intimidating. I love the brain. And speaking of brain, this Cyber Leader is probably, it's one of my favourite Cybermen designs. I just adore it so much. A lot of this is nostalgia, but who cares? So then we got the Blood of the Cybermen one. I think it's a bit of a downgrade, to be honest. So I'm going to put that in a B. And then we've got the 12th Legion Cybermen. We've got the 12th Legion Cyber Leader. I don't like that thing on the chest. I like the C logo, so I'm going to put it in A. And then I'm going to do the same for the drone. Put that in A as well. And then we've got Cyber Shades. I just realised I've done this way out of order, but who really cares? The Cyber Shades. Where should we put those? I always thought they were really cute. I'm going to put it in S, because I just love them. I think they're great. Do you want to be a Cyber Shade, Lily? Am I getting told off? Oh, baby. Cutie. She's funny. Right. What else have we got left? We're going through this very quick, but it's okay. Don't worry. I guess we've got the more corroded Cybermen, like from Closing Time and Nightmare in Silver and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, decent enough. I'm not really going to complain about them too much. It's just a weathered version of what we already had, really. Then, speaking of the Nightmares themselves, I adore this design. I don't care what anyone says. I love it. I think it's a perfect evolutionary step in the Cybermen's design. I think they're the new series equivalent of the Moon-based ones in the fact that they've perfected the cyber form and they just look so elegant and so functional. So I like them a lot. I know a lot of people don't, but they're one of my favourites. Let's catch up again with you guys, take a little bit of a drink. Oh, are they the tall Cybermen things? Let me, you know what, we're going to download them and put them in this tier list. Can you guys see that? I hope not. Cybermen Flood. Okay, I'm just downloading it now. Yeah, I do really like these actually. I think they are very, very cool. So we're going to put that in. Thank you to Dark Apocalypse. That's who suggested it. I think that they're very, very cool. So we're going to put that in. Was there anything else that we were wanting to put in that I missed? Oh, the Dark Dimension thing. We'll do that as well. And keep suggesting Cybermen designs that I might have forgotten. Because I do forget a lot. It's fine. Cybermen. This one. It's so weird. It is so strange. It's the Dark Dimension Cyberman, but you'll be able to see it in a minute. Oh, I don't know whether I can actually import more pictures into it, so hang on, I'm just gonna have to bear with me. Put it in here. Nope, that didn't work. If you guys know how to add more things into the thing, then let me know. Edit, there you go. That's a good one. Oh, please don't. I really hope it hasn't destroyed my list, because that would suck. Flood and dark. Okay, open. Submit. Oh, thank God, it didn't destroy my work. It didn't destroy my beautiful art. Lego Dimension Cyberman doesn't count. Because it's just Lego Cybermen. I think the Dalek one is probably going to be a lot more interesting than this because, well, there's hundreds of Daleks. Okay, Dark Dimension 1, we're going to put in... I do really like how strange it looks, so I'm going to put it in the A tier. The Flood Cybermen, I'm going to put those in the A tier as well. I'm sure you can see like a theme with my Cybermen. Very simplistic and just bizarre looking. Okay, then we got a concept from series 10. We're going to put... I think that looks really cool. I'm going to put that in A. Would have been really cool to see like a see-through Cyberman mask. But I understand why it wasn't done because it might not work. Then we got the Amandasian Cyberman. We're going to put this in C. That'll upset some people, and it upsets me from 5 years ago. I'm not very keen on them anymore. I think that the headpiece looks a little bit too slim, and just doesn't look rustic enough, if that makes any sense. I don't like the gloves anymore. I think they were kind of a bit of a stupid addition. And I don't really like the boiler suits they used either. Sorry. Got Cyberman Patients. Nothing bad to say about the Cyberman Patients. They are beautiful, beautiful designs. Is there like a Z rank? Because I despise the Cyber Warriors with a passion. Then we got Wooden Cyberman. That's going in S as well because I love it. Ashad. The funny thing about Ashad is that I love the overall concept. I think the body looks great. I think the mix of different parts looks good, but I don't like the helmet one bit. I think it looks ridiculous. So for that reason, C. There we go. That is my list. Cyber King, that's a good one as well, actually. Cyberwoman, yeah, we're going to Cyberwoman and the Cyber King. So let's put those in. Cyberwoman, we're going to put her in. I love it. It looks great. Woman. What else we got? Cyber King. See, this is why I did it live, because, well, if I forgot something, you guys can point it out, so that's cool. I still feel like I'm missing a couple. We're not going to do Cyber Mats, though, because they don't really count because they're kind of a different creature. So let's update, edit, let's put those in. King, I am king. Where are you? And we could put Miss Hartigan in there, but I guess it doesn't really count. Short-term memory loss. Well, that's so bad I've just forgotten what I just did. Cyberwoman. There you go. Save. Submit. Okay. Well, I mean, if I was still 12 years old, I'd probably put this in the S rank. But I guess in mind I'm 12 years old still, so I'm going to put it in the S rank. And Cyber King, yeah, a dumb idea. Actually, you know what, as far as the design goes, I think it's kind of a cool design. So I'm going to put it in the C thing. It's just a really dumb concept, which I never liked, so I hope I'm not being cut out of frame because I didn't align it properly. There you go, that's my tier list. That's my Cyberman tier list. Let me know how wrong I am in the comments. Good concept, terrible execution. I don't know whether that's the Cyberwoman or the... And I will check Hangouts in a minute. Hang on, what we got. Yeah, that's a point. The Cybermasters. I think that's what they were called, right? I actually prefer... Ooh, no. I was going to say I prefer these to the Cyber Warriors. Okay. We're going to have to edit again because professionalism. No. Master. There we go. So we've got the Cyber Masters. Let's put those in the tier. This shows you how much I watched Doctor Who, because I forgot about 10 designs. No, I'm sure the majority of videos you'd see on YouTube probably don't have all of these, so, you know, I go for all the variants. Well, I try anyway. Yeah, that's going to go in D as well, because it's kind of... No, I like the cape. I like the cape. So I'm going to put it in C. I still don't like the helmet. I think it looks very silly. I still don't like the spikes on the shoulders either. I don't see the point. Really dumb design. The thing I don't like about the Cyber Warriors is the helmet. I just really hate that the really Sophie Alex Baxter chin it's got going. But don't worry, I like Sophie Alex Baxter. I just not on a Cyberman. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Dalek tier list in the future because that would be a very, very long list, and I would have a lot to say about that. So. Of course, the Silver Turk Cyberman. That's a good one. Thank you, Dark Apocalypse. Don't know whether to call you by your actual name on the stream. But either way. That's a good one. Turk. Can you say... Is that one of those terms which you just can't use anymore? Turk? Because it just kind of sounded a little bit off. Because every time I hear the word Turk, I literally just think of Silver Turk, so... But you know, if someone doesn't want me to say it, I won't. I said it in context if anyone takes any clips of this afterwards and tries to say anything bad. Yeah, I do. I actually really like the face mask on that thing. I think it looks really cool, and I mean it's a good story. It's a cracking story. So I'm gonna put that in the S. So my S rank is just mostly new series, which is kind of funny considering I'm more of a classic fan. Let's see if there's any changes I want to make. I do really like the Stealth Cyberman actually, so I'm gonna move that up. I just got a fondness for it because one of my first ever Cyberman action figure was the Product Enterprise Stealth Cyberman figure, so I'm gonna put purely for nostalgia reasons. I know it makes no sense because I've put the 80s ones in the C category. I'm going to put the stealth one in the S because there's just something, when I look at it, I just get that nostalgia, which I just really love. And I feel bad about putting the 80s ones in C. And I'm going to stick with it because my logic still stands about them looking like they're made out of plastic. I hope that's it. Ghost, yeah, but that's, well, we've got a Ghost Cyberman right here, and I'm gonna get cancelled according to 3Dan. Yes, good. I can call you Tom because when I've been referring to you, when I've been talking to other people, I've been calling you Tom, which is good. Rex Cyberman, yeah, we put a damaged Cyberman, kind of like the closing time ones in the A tier because, well, they're nothing too special, but you know, I put the Series 7, no, the Series 6 Cybermen in A, so I thought I'll put that in the same one. How about the corroded Cybermen from Series 6, and the rusted one from Series 12? Oh yeah, that's kind of what, I'm just going to put those in this one here because it kind of makes sense because they were the same props and there's really not an awful lot of difference. I think they were just a bit more heavily weathered, but I don't think it changes the aesthetic too much. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Looking around on shelf. Cyber Yvonne. No, she's just got oil trickling down her cheeks. That's literally the only difference. Yeah, that's really cool. It's been fun doing that. It's nice to, us nerds just love to put things into a category, and it just, you go, right, that's it. That's what I think of the Cybermen and their designs. My favourite, like I said, it will always be the Tomb one, I think. I think it's very closely matched with all the others in the S rank because I think that they're all fantastic. I think maybe I was being a bit stupid with the Cyberwoman, so I'm going to put that in A. Maybe in B, because it's not really a good design, but it's just very funny, and not that difficult to look at. But right, that's cool. That's it for the list. And Ghost Cyberman there, by the way. Pandorica oh, the Cyber Century. Now that is actually a pretty good one to call out because I think the opening head thing and things kind of has its own unique charm to it. So there you go. That's what I remember the term Cyber Century from. Is that like the only promo picture of that thing that we've got? I think that the weathering's very specific and it doesn't have an arm, so I think I can make a new one out of that. I think it kind of works. I can put the Cybervord in there as well, actually. So Century Cyberman Vord. I think that's a good one to put in as well. I really want to read this, actually, the comic. So we've got Century and Vord. Century. Oh, fuck off. And hang on, where did Vord go? It didn't save. Stupid thing. Bloody millennial complaining about something that doesn't really matter. Vordus. No. Vord Cyberman. So we got those two, and we're gonna put those in. What? Why did you do this? Oh, apologies for this, guys. This is quality YouTube entertainment. This is why you watch Man Supreme, because you get to see all the stuff that doesn't work. We got the Vord. We're going to put that in the... No, I really like it. I'm going to put it in the S rank. I think it's a really awesome design. And I do really love the Cyber Century too. So, see, we're not all negative on Mono Supreme. So, by which I mean me. I wasn't... I didn't mean we're all negative, meaning me and Lewis. I meant, no, I'm usually the negative person. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that, so... Yeah. Can I save it? Cyberman tier list. Save. If you let me save it, that'd be great. What? Save as. He didn't let me save. Wait, hang on, there. There we go. Okay, good. We're going to go on to main webcam screen there. I'm reviewing how I do these live streams. No, never mind, just seen it. I don't know what that's in context of. I'll catch you up. Yeah, that's a funny one. I mean, I'm not going to count those, but that's really funny. The wonderful... I mean, they're just Cybermen, but they're kind of a very funny addition, so that's kind of a bonus. What else we got? Yeah. We did the next Doctor Cyber Leader. I've always loved that design. I think it's great. I love how you can't see the eyes. I think that's probably my favourite bit about it. I had the toy of that figure. Is that the Pandorica one? I mean, they made two. They never made it accurate, which was always quite funny. But I'd love to make an accurate one at some point. But there's not much of a challenge in it, so it'd have to be a complete repaint and a complete resculpt of the arm or something like that. Something cool. Yeah, let's just chat stuff about Cybermen. They're the equivalent to Stumpy the Dalek, I'd say. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Stumpy... We're gonna... I might put Stumpy on the next list, because that'd be funny. I love Stumpy. He's great. Beautiful. But, off the top of my head... I mean, I just have to look at my Dalek collection to know how many goddamn variants there are of Daleks. We're going to put Emperors and stuff and all this and all the big Finish ones, everything in the Dalek one, but we're going to do that maybe end of next month. We're going to kind of build up to that because I wish it had the Smoking Cyberman from Blackpool. That would get above S, I think. If there's a tier higher than S, it would get it, so that's really cool. Speaking of Cybermen, I actually have this, which is showed it off in a merch haul. You know what? You want to know the trick to getting these live streams to look good? It's all just lighting. I've got a softbox up there, and obviously I've got my purple light over there behind me. Well, colour changing light. Cybercats. Mind you, it's just Cybershade. TV21, we'll put the TV21 Emperor in there because it's a beautiful, beautiful design. I think I'm going to change the tiers actually to something else because you just casually put stuff in S, but there should be something higher than S, as in God tier. And obviously the TV21 will go in God tier because it's no spoilers, but one of my all-time favourite Dalek designs. Perhaps my favourite. Who knows? Does anyone remember Lumpy the Dalek? No, I don't know what Lumpy the Dalek is. Can I find it on Google? I was going on about this thing, so what I'm going to be doing eventually, because this is a perfect sculpt of the Cybers Industries Cybermen. I would love to do a 3D scan of this and get it 3D printed at the 12-inch scale so I can replace the heads on the 12-inch Cybermen because, well, I mean, they kind of suck, really, in comparison to this. This is fantastic. This is beautiful. This is head sculpt. I love it. Legendary tier. Yeah. That would be the highest tier. And, yeah. I've got a lot of ideas for tier lists and stuff. This was just a pilot to see how it went. I think it went okay, but I think it went a little bit too quickly. So maybe I should have planned a little bit before and really got every single goddamn Cyberman design ever. But for the next one we're going to do everything. I'm not decided whether on TARDIS interiors I'm going to do like Master TARDIS interiors and Rani. Maybe I will. That might work, just to make it a little bit more interesting. But it's better that I can do it like this because if I were to do a video where I had to rank these from like number 27 to number 1, you won't see that video for another year. So it's really nice to just be able to do this very quickly and really cool. Maybe I could do a supercut of all the tier lists or something, just so you don't hear me ramble on for about 10 years. The 3D renditions from James Johnson's and Ant Lamb of the TV21 Emperor is gorgeous. Yes, I know what you're on about, that's great. I love it. I think my favourite Dalek Emperor design... Well, we're not talking about Cybermen anymore. We're going to save it. All I'm going to say is that there's a Dalek book, the Dalek Handbook, and there's some really amazing designs in that, which I think I should put in as well. So it'd be a very, very extensive one. Yeah. The thing about the Cybermen is... I don't know. I don't think they've been treated well in... Well, Chibnall did them okay, but I think they did the Cyber Warriors really badly. Sure, the Warriors, so the clue's in the name, right? But they just don't do anything. They just shoot things. And there's nothing to them. They're just very blank and nothing. I know that's kind of the point behind a Cyberman, that they're kind of, not human beings anymore. But I don't know, they're just a bit too generic. And I mean, sure, the Nightmare and Silverman Cybermen were a bit like that as well. But at least they did cool stuff like run fast. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I think that's cool. Two robot in New Who. I mean, I guess so, but I think the evolutionary timeline of the Cybermen would lead to that happening. If they win the Cyber Wars, then they're obviously going to get more advanced and stuff like that. So I don't mind them doing stuff like that with them, but they're just a bit bland now. Ashad was a breath of fresh air, sure. He was cool. I did really like Ashad. His ultimate master plan to destroy organic life was bizarre, but okay. But yeah, he was very intimidating, very scary. I missed the last comment. Did you send another Cyberman image? It didn't come up. Or maybe I'd already seen that comment, I can't remember. Stone Cyberman, that's not a bad idea, but I guess it kind of comes just as a Cybersman, just with some stone on it, so... Hang on, my chat isn't refreshing. Because, of course it isn't. Maybe do a Doctor Who B&M tier list from, well, that was one of my ideas, so thanks. You got that to look forward to as well. Yeah, it's funny, because how much do you do Cybermen stories where they're very human-like, and how much do you do where they're very robot-like? I think a mixture of the two is good going forward. I think they kind of balanced it okay in the Ascension and the, whatchamacallit? The Time of Children. I mean, I liked how he had about, how many? 4 different Cybermen designs in a back-to-back story. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of cool. I do like the idea of Cybermasters, though. I know it's kind of dumb, but I like it in a goofy way. Yeah, we're going to see those come back because, yeah, they escaped because he went, oh, everyone through here, so we might see them back. They're goofy as fuck. They look so dumb, but I do kind of enjoy them on that novelty level. Yeah, I'm late, so tired, been working all day, and I love your cat. Well, she loves you too. Leela. Oh, she didn't like that. Leela, you always like me tickling your tummy, what's up? Oh, also, Oscar recommends if you haven't seen it already. Fantastic animation. I'd never seen it. I'm a massive Star Wars fan and I hadn't seen it. So, not really a Cyberman. Nemesis stays where the Cyberman stories were hijacked by the Master. Do you really? Oh no, where they wouldn't be hijacked by the Master. I was going to say, it's getting a bit tiresome how the Master's always got something to do with the Cybermen. The Cyber Dalek from Lee Adams' animation. It's not... I mean, all of the designs I put in this have been official in some capacity, so I can't put that in the list. But it's an interesting one. I think it looks kind of funny. It's kind of cool how it's kind of like a brute. I do love that animation anyway. I think it's really, really cool. I like how he kind of had to try to explain the Witch's Familiar Dalek thing about why are all the designs in this one place. I think he did quite a good job explaining that. I thought that was really cool. Mad respect for Lee Adams' work. I mean, not just as a storyteller, but just as an animator. I mean, this is insane. Please make those those Nightmare and Silver Cybermen 3D printable. That'd be really nice because they look like exactly like the ones from the show. Yeah, we need Nightmare and Silver Cybermen figures. Well, proper 5-inch ones. Like Iron Man Mecha in it. I'm not a massive Marvel fan, but I know what you mean. I love Witches Familiar, one of my favourite Dalek stories. Oh. I don't know whether you've watched many of my rants on The Witches Familiar. It's probably one of my... I don't know. It depends what day you ask me, because I don't like it. Some days I might say it's the worst episode ever, but other days I'll go, a bit of fluff, didn't really matter. But yeah, I just hated the whole Davros and Doctor double-crossing thing. I thought it was really dumb and really stupid. What about the Cyberlord from Blood of a Cyberman with a different chest plate? That's a good one too. I'll just branch that in with the other Blood of a Cyberman design, which I put... where did I put it? I put that in a B tier, didn't I? It was kind of a novel idea, but it didn't quite work. It was funny how they called it the Cyberlord. Did they call it Cyberlord in the game? Or was it just like the name of the character model in the resources pack? But yeah, how do you fix a Cyberman? What do you do? I don't know, I kind of feel like they're kind of done as a Cyberman, which is kind of a shame, because there isn't really that much you can do with them, because they'll always be exactly the same thing. They always want to convert humanity or want to destroy humanity in the future. It's there's not really much you can do with them anymore, which is a bit of a shame. And the Dalek making the rules, not the mutant, is a stupid idea. Yeah, I think that's a dumb idea too. Oh, the Dalek machine. Yeah. The Dalek machine making the ideas, making the decisions is such a horrible idea. Mark III travel machine. Yes. The Cyber Slaves were scary in Blood of a Cyberman. That's a good one too. I'm not adding anything else to the tier now. It's but we'll just keep discussing them. That was a really cool idea. I liked how they used boiler suits and had like a limping Cyberman. I thought that was kind of cool. I do want to stream the adventure games, but the thing is, they are so expensive now. It's I think, let's have a look what we've got. So the Doctor Who adventure games. You can get physical copies. If you guys want to see me play the adventure games, when I start up the Patreon, which is going to be in a couple of weeks when I've got everything sorted out and things, if you want to see me play the adventure games, well, you're going to have to sponsor the Patreon, because at the end of the day, they are £154 to get the stream key. Why is that so much? Why? Why? I think you can get the physical copies for a bit cheaper. Oh my god, £72 for the physical copy on eBay. I'm sure that you can find it somewhere else, and that's not even guaranteed to have the box. I don't think it's got the box either. Am I sharing this? No, I'm not. It doesn't matter. No, we'll share it. Yeah, you just get the disc, and it's £72. That's ridiculous. Don't really have a favourite Cyberman story. I really like the classics episodes and modern, but I don't have a favourite. That's cool one. Okay, you guys tell me what your favourite classic Cyberman story is, what your favourite new series Cyberman story is. My favourite classic, I love Tomb of the Cybermen a lot, but Part 4 is one of those ones where it kind of... it's not the most satisfying roundup. How they just kill off the controller. I mean, I know he kind of just come back and just come fighting, but it's not the most satisfying end to that story. I do like it a lot. I'm probably going to have to say the 10th Planet though, because I just love the 10th Planet with a complete burning passion. What about a cash converter? Surely it's cheaper than somewhere else. Well, that would be nice if they actually did have them in cash converter. I mean, obviously we're going to keep doing merch hunt episodes and things, so we're going to look out for stuff like that, and if I do find it, that'd be amazing, that'd be fantastic, but it's realistically that's probably not going to happen, because they weren't why they distributed, because they were available online for free for such a long time, so they weren't distributed that widely, I don't think. I think, I could be wrong, but maybe the US exclusives, I don't know. Classic Silver Nemesis and new Nightmare in Silver. You're entitled to your own opinion, but I disagree on both of those. I don't know. Silver Nemesis, there's stuff I like in it. It's kind of goofy, it's kind of dumb, kind of fun, but overall, Silver Nemesis, it was just one too many elements. I think the neo-Nazis shouldn't have been in it. They really take away from what's going on. Sure, they provide a little bit of action, but I think that they really distract from the story and just don't add anything to the story at all. What other ones we got? Yeah, 10th Planet Classic, I'd probably say. Generally, Cybermen stories, I know it's kind of a bit of a controversial opinion, but they're not that good. They've never really properly done it right after the Second Doctor era, really, in my opinion. I do like Earthshock, but I don't know. I think maybe they were missing a little bit of the body horror from Earthshock. But I do think it's a really cool idea for a story. Invasion of Cybermen, especially the figure, they are fantastic, and it was a really good story. I sold about 4 of my Invasion Cybermen because I had about 7. So, yeah, I'm due a rewatch of the Invasion. Actually, no, I think I rewatched it last year. I liked it. I thought it was cool. It's a nice way of doing an Invasion story. Don't mention the word invasion because I mean stuff that's going on at the moment. Imagine if Pertwee had cyber stories. I wonder how they would have worked. That's an interesting point, because how would Pertwee's cyber stories have worked? I think it would have worked quite well. I think the clash of the very colourful, vibrant era of the Pertwee era kind of would have worked really well with the Cybermen. They were obviously in Carnival of Monsters very briefly, and it was like, oh, Cybermen, but we don't get any more. Who remembers Earthshock Part 1? They came free with the sun. Yes, I remember. Oh, that would be a good video to do. Free the Sun CDs or DVDs. Should the 5 Doctors be counted as a Cyberman story? You know what? They are so prominent in that story. I kind of do count that as a Cyberman story, so that is one of my favourites as well. So, 10th Planet. I do like the Moonbase quite a bit. Tomb, I love that as well. Don't like Revenge too much. Earthshock's okay. Attack. I miss Wheel because I've not seen it, actually, I don't think. Invasion's alright. Attack. I do quite like Attack. I like how dark Attack is. But there's just way too many errors in that story for me to love it. Yes, I remember that. That's just opened a locked away memory. Yeah, same. What else we got? Silver Nemesis, like I said, one too many elements, kind of crumbled under its own weight. And it was only 3 parts as well. Like, how did it... Yeah, I think we put the real-time Cybermen in the tier list, actually. The more muscly ones. The more muscly ones. Where was I going with that? Oh, that was so crunchy. I'm never doing that again. Well, I'm starting a thing of where I'm running 3k every day and doing 50 push-ups every day, so that's what I'm doing with the entirety of March. So if you see me become a juiced out monster by the end of it, well, that's cool. We got Robots of Death a lot in the Seeds of Death. Maybe I was reading the second half of the comment. I didn't quite get that. What are we talking about? Obviously, there's a lot of Big Finish stuff. Spare parts, really good. Wasn't keen in the last part. What is it with Cybermen stories in the last part not working out very well? It's always a common theme with Cybermen stories for me. The last part just falls flat. Silver Turk's brilliant. I love that. Very creepy, very atmospheric. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the best modern Cyberman story for me. I mean, I love Army of Ghosts. I think that's brilliant. Don't like Doomsday. But I think Rise of Cybermen Age of Steel is brilliant too. I love that story. I know a lot of classic fans don't, but I thought it was a new way of telling a Cyberman story, which was really cool, how they didn't just repeat. Age of Steel is cool. Oh yeah, the DVDs in the sun. Yeah, I love Age of Steel a lot. Wish I got a figure of Yvonne as that would be a really cool figure to do, like with the gun obviously and like a tear trickling down her eye. That'd be really cool. I'd like that. This is obviously from And in case you didn't know, I own a Ghost Cyberman prototype, because I'm just going to keep rubbing that in, because I'm a bit of a dick like that. But yeah, what I was saying, the 9th Doctor Cyberman story is, pun entirely intended, fantastic. It's so good. And I don't listen to much Big Finish, but I listened to that, and I was just blown away by the end of that. Brilliant piece of drama. Love it. And I'm glad that he didn't get any 9th Doctor stories on TV, because it worked so well in audio format and didn't need to be on TV. So, smells of Leela. Do you smell? Yeah, you smell. Sorry, Leela. Where was I going? So then we got the next Doctor, which it's one of those episodes where I really have to be in the mood to watch it, because there's a lot of stuff which I do enjoy in that story, but when you're not in the mood to watch it, it's dumb, it's really goofy, and there's just so many decisions in there which I don't like. I don't count Big Finish as Doctor Who, don't know why, but my opinion. I mean, that's fair enough, but it's one of those things. I think it's just because the lack of ties in the new series to Big Finish is what puts maybe people like me and yourself off of Big Finish. Because it would just be so nice if we actually got some consistency in this brand. It'd be so nice if there was some crossover. Like, what if Bernie Summerfield was actually in the main show? It'd all tie up, wouldn't it? So, wish we got a figure of the dude that gets ducked by a Dalek plunger in Sucked, I'm assuming. Yeah, that would be funny. That would be a great set. I love the James... Oh, yes, I love Closing Time is a massive guilty pleasure of mine. Love it so much. I'm actually more favourable to them all as the new series Cyberman stories, which is funny. I just find them very funny. And just charming and endearing. Yeah, then Nightmare in Silver. Don't like Nightmare in Silver at all, really. I don't really have many good things to say about it. Because at the end of the day, Neil Gaiman went to the BBC with a 2-parter script, with like a brief cameo from the Invasion Cybermen. I know nostalgia baiting isn't everything, but it's like, it's tying all the dots together, and I'm a fan of doing that. But he got shafted, and it made him not want to work on Doctor Who again, so why would I want to watch that crap episode? Because the BBC just pissed him around, so why would I want to watch it? I still want a figure of the 11 from Close. Yes, preach. We need a green-coated 11th Doctor figure. Character, I know you sometimes watch... Well, you won't have made it this far into this live stream, because, well, I wouldn't be able to either. The Cyberman concept art? Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that later. Wish there was a figure of Catherine Tate in her wedding dress, or John Smith old. John Smith old? That's a very, very obscure figure. I don't really know who would buy that, though. That's the only problem. And Catherine Tate in a wedding dress? Yeah, I was never too bothered about getting that as a figure. Do like the 12th Doctor Cyberman figure, and I really want Nightmare in Silver Cybermen. They're awesome. Yeah, I mean, it goes without saying that we need the 5-inch versions. They pissed around for long enough. Do a 3-pack, because that would be cheaper to produce. Do like a normal one, a gun arm one, and a Danny Pink one. Great 3-pack. Just get on it. What are you pissing around at, guys? Just do it. And that's not me being hostile. It's just do it. Just do it. Because I would buy at least 3, because I fucking love that Cyberman design. So I would, yeah. What else we got? Dark Water, love. Death in Heaven, don't love. Mold Enough in Time, love. Doctor Falls, it's alright. Then we got Haunted of Villa Diodati, love that. Ascension of Cyberman, I actually really love that as well. Timeless Children, I recommend you guys watch Richard Lloyd's video of the Timeless Children, what it was about. I think that's what it's called. It's his latest upload anyway, but it's an interesting one because I mean, I put in the comments that wow, we're really going off of Cybermen at this point, but it doesn't matter. What was I going to say? The Timeless Children thing, for me, I respect what they were going for, in the fact that they we're trying to make the Doctor's timeline not limited to just being a white male. I get that, I understand that, I think it's a novel idea, but I just think like retconning the past isn't the way to do it. I think you kind of broke new ground with doing Jodie as the first female Doctor and Joe Martin as the first black Doctor and black female Doctor as well. But I think what you should have done is just carried that on going forward. I don't think that doing it retroactively was a good idea, because it's just it's not even anything to do with diversity politics, in my opinion. It's just the fact that general audiences don't really care about the past. Like, chat to someone on the street and go, oh, you know, in the last episode they talked about the brain of Morbius, and they'll look at you like you're a fucking weirdo. So that's my massive problem with The Time as Children, the fact that it just retroactively, needlessly changed things in the past for no reason. But going forward, sure, if you want to do the Doctor in as many different incarnations and as many different actors and actresses as possible, then go ahead. I'm not going to complain about that because, well, there's nothing really to complain about at this point. I had a problem with the female Doctor in 2018, but now I really don't care. As long as I enjoy the stories, I don't really care who plays the Doctor anymore. And I think it's brilliant for people, obviously young girls and girls with things that are tough in life and stuff like that, and obviously minority groups as well. It's nice for them to have role models on TV to aspire to be like. Obviously you can aspire to be like the characteristics of someone who is like Peter Capaldi or something. I'm sure he can, you know, be an idol to anybody. You don't have to be a white male to have a white male role model. But it would just be really nice for people who are less fortunate, or just, you know what I'm saying here, guys. I don't really need to go on about it anymore. There's obviously a nice message behind there, but I think about just do it going forward. I don't think changing the past is the way to do it. That's just my 2 cents on the matter. Do you think of Planet of the Ood? Oh no, what do you think of Planet of the Ood? Hello, Vile, how are you doing? I haven't seen that in a while, I'll be honest with you. I remember liking it. I think Halpen's a brilliant actor. I think he's great. The guy from Monty Python. Really awesome. And Keegan's dad from EastEnders is in it as well, if anyone watches EastEnders. I think he's really cool. He's a really cool actor. Really great actor. What else we got? We talked about all the Cyberman stories, I think. Let me just check if I missed anything. We'll keep going for another 5 minutes or so. Get your last questions in, guys. If you can think of any more Cyberman questions, then put those in, but we'll see. Yeah, my phone doesn't auto-refresh on these live streams. Yes, Cameron Cardona, yes, I agree. Respect the past and look onwards for the future. Because, well, Doctor Who is all about trying new things. Because you can't it doesn't have longevity when you just base it around the past. There's no way that it can sustain itself because there's just no new blood going into it, so that's why it failed so bad. And apologies to the new people who come in. We've done the Cyberman tier list, so watch that afterwards, but we're just talking in general. We talked about The Time as Child, which is a very controversial topic. Why did they take Doctor Who off of Netflix? Oh, I didn't notice. And how are you doing, Harry? It's really great to have you here. I'm going to drop you a message, actually, after this stream. Can we just get a video of Leela the cat as the Doctor? She's so cute. Yes, I think so. Are you dead? No. She's brilliant. I mean, oh, she's my favourite. Oh, I know. No. Wait. Okay. Keep the chat coming in, guys. We'll talk about... We'll fix Doctor Who. Okay, I'm a little bit behind. How to trigger a Doctor Who fan. Remind them Dark Water and Death in Heaven is a thing, and that don't cremate me controversial. I never had a problem with the don't cremate me thing. I always thought it was really sinister. And I'm a bloody sadist and a masochist anyway, so... I like that dark shit. I wish there was a figure of a Cyberman with a blown up head. 10th Doctor in tux, Rose in black dress. That would be funny, wouldn't it? An Age of Steel gift set, like a blown up Cyberman. Rose and the Doctor, like with gloss in the hair to make it look like they're sweating and stuff. That would be a very funny set to release. But I'd buy it. I'd buy 2. I remember that and not being bothered by it. I guess some people got hurt because of loved ones. I'm guessing. Don't cremate me thing. Yeah, but it's like Really, it's fiction. Oh, hello, Dalek Idea. It's really nice to have you here. And also, send me some Cyberman heads. Nah. You know, I always forget to put reminders on my phone for your Etsy listings because, you know, is it Helena de Souza or Helena Souza? Fantastic sculpts, and I don't know, the fact that you're actually able to sell those things in 3D printed form is just absolutely nuts. It's brilliant. How would I do a Cyberman story? If I'm being honest, I wouldn't, because I think the Cybermen are done. But in all seriousness, I would do it so dark that you can feel the episode. If anyone is a Slipknot fan, then you know what I mean by that. Cameron, you know, if you listen to Iowa, it feels like you're wearing Iowa. It feels like it just drips onto your skin. It's disgusting. It's gross. And I'd do that as a Cyberman story. And I'd really take it to the extreme and make it so people just wouldn't be able to watch it because it'd be so gruesome and so disgusting. What were the top three? You might have to rewind. No. No, we did it in a tier ranking system. And I basically put all my nostalgia ones at the top because nostalgia always wins. And I know people were angry at me for putting the 80s ones in C instead of S, but they just look vacuum formed. And they just make me laugh. I just can't take them seriously after watching Attack of the Cybermen. Convert the Cat, yes. Cybershade. Iowa, woo. So we got an Iowa Cyberman set in Iowa. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Hey, you may have just given me an idea for a short animation. And yes, I'll accept tier list suggestions, but I've thought of a lot. I've written about 20 down, so yes, Bile, we're going to convert the cat. And he's not spamming. Don't worry. I love Spare Parts, it's perfect, but sometimes I wish I could watch it because that has some seriously horrific moments and designs. That is true. Oh. Honestly, I'm not even joking. I kind of get a tear in my eye when I think about the spoilers. Go listen to it if you haven't. It's brilliant. The girl, I can't remember her name, but when she came home, when she was like a half converted Cyberman, and you could just hear her like crying. I mean, maybe that's not exactly how it happened because it's been like 3 or 4 years since I listened to it, but I just remember when I listened to it first, I was like, oh my, why don't we get this on TV? I've got to delete the previous comment. Oh, that's nice. Don't delete your comments, because I mean they show up on the thing anyway here, so need to make a Slipknot tier list of favourite songs. How many songs have we got? We've got a lot. Let me just say that Psychosocial would come very close to the bottom. I listened to it again today and I was like, oh my god, this is such poser shit. It's awful. But it's good live, so I can't really complain. Yeah, a mask tier list is a good idea. Life, okay. That sounds twisted. Yeah. That's all it's about in the Monster Stream channel. You know, actually, we did a short 1-minute film at college where I converted myself and made it very brutal and disgusting. And I've always just had a fascination with the Frankenstein-ness of the Cybermen, and I think it's a brilliant, wonderful just evolution of the Frankenstein story. Maybe CO need to make a set of the Yeti and the Second Doctor with bandage and Brigadier from the Web of Fear. That would be cool. That would be really cool. I mean, just anything would be good, right? I mean, I just want... Although I wasn't a massive fan of the Flux, I would have loved a Flux set to come at the same time as the series. I'll make a solo video on this, but I think 2 Daleks, a Cyberman, a Sontaran, a Jodie. How many was that? Was that 5? No, 2 Daleks, a Cyberman, a Sontaran, a 13th Doctor figure, and a Weeping Angel. There you go. Would have been a fantastic 6-pack to release alongside the series, but what do I know about money? I mean, how many? You've got 4 re-releases and 2 brand new sculpts. I'd say it kind of outweighs, and I'm sure you get your money back. But I'm not a businessman, so I can't really say anything. Have you ever heard the Cyberman knockoff called? Okay, I started reading that before I was going to say something about that. I am going to be reviewing. You guys, this is an exclusive. I am going to be reviewing BBV's. I forgot what it's called now. The PROB. I think it's the latest episode I'm going to be reviewing. Because, well, I fancy giving it a listen, and I got talking to the person who produces them, or I think he produces them, I'm not entirely sure, but we got talking, and I'm going to be reviewing the probe thing. What's going to happen is I'm probably going to put it on a live stream, on like the second half of a live stream, and then upload it to the Monster Mania channel, because it's not Doctor Who. Just for the sake of legalities, I'm going to say that, because it's not Doctor Who at the end of the day. It's it's a very heavily inspired thing, and obviously they can use the Autons and stuff, so that's brilliant, that's really good. So that's kind of Doctor Who spin-off, but I'm not going to out and out say that it's a Doctor Who spin-off, because, well, it's not my place to do so. Because, well, they can't put it on any of the marketing, because they end up getting sued. So it's like a, what if it was in Doctor Who kind of thing. Yeah, that's the thing, Dark Idea. They do make some very bizarre decisions. I mean, I watched Tharis's video, and I can't remember who he did the collaboration with, but it was a really cool video, a really fun watch, where they kind of... Is there more of a demand for a Vought figure, or is there more of a demand for the Sacha Dhawan Master and a Fugitive Doctor? Now, I mean, I've said that I'm not a massive fan of the Chibnall era, but I would still buy the merchandise. I mean, I do really like Joe Martin's Doctor anyway, and I do like Sacha Dhawan's Master, so I'd buy those anyway because of that reason. But, I'm never been a massive fan of the stuff that's coming out at the moment, but I'm still going to support the brand because, well, why wouldn't I? I don't want the brand to fail. I've never wanted the brand to fail, so I'd still buy stuff. Like a 2006 set where you got loads in one box. I could see that if Only would do. Yeah, that would be a fantastic. Like I just said, the 6-pack idea. I don't know whether this is true, but apparently they don't get given the character list in advance. Like, they don't give it to merchandise companies. I don't know how true that is. Do you want to know something really funny? I was going to bring this up in another video, but we started talking about it anyway. It's a live show. We can talk about whatever we want. How they brought the Weeping Angels back for nostalgia baiting, but it did the worst out of all of the episodes that aired on for Doctor Who Flux, because the viewing figures, and I've been reading the latest issue of Doctor Who magazine. I haven't read Doctor Who magazine in a while, but picked it up. Richard was in it, and I thought, oh, I'll read the article he's in, and ended up reading the whole thing. So, yeah, the Weeping Angel story did the worst out of all 6. How? It just proves that it doesn't work. Weird, man. It's really weird. I thought it would have done the best because, well, they're a public favourite, but yeah. Could I be a part of the video because I have some opinions on the current state of Doctor action figures? We'll work on something. We'll put something together. I don't know whether it would be a live stream or whether it would be something that's edited, because I just want to get some opinions from different people about what the output of the figures. Obviously, we've got to do it in try not to get too ahead of ourselves. We've got to kind of be a bit more respectful, by which I'm talking about me, because I've got a big mouth and my big mouth runs, so I've got to kind of edit it down, make it concise, and make sure I'm presenting it in a way that, well, I know Character Options watch my videos, so if they were to watch it, they'd go, maybe that is a good idea, instead of going, he's just moaning for the sake of moaning. Don't want to make a video like that, because I did that before and I got a kind of not a great email from Character Options about that. No matter how hard you try, the Cybermen with the giant earmuff-like design is now ingrained in the franchise. Are we talking about my fan film? Hey, you know what? We didn't have a budget. We had... You know, college were really tight. I don't know why college didn't just give us a little bit of a budget for the film. But, yeah, we did have no money whatsoever. We spent £60 on the 2 suits, and we had to make do with what we had for the helmets and the masks. So, what else we got? I found a Doctor Who Walrus set in Toy Shop last week for £60. Is that really a good deal? It's one of those things which you could pick up on Facebook Marketplace for like 25 quid. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know. But, wait, hey, I mean, if you're happy with it, then that's brilliant. And if it's in good condition, that's also brilliant because, well, it's this funny thing, Doctor Who collecting, because I saw the sound effects Daleks sell for like 20 quid last week, and now they're up on eBay for about 80. So the market fluctuates. So you can get lucky, get it cheap, or, you know, there's no correct price for these things. It's just what you're willing to pay, I guess. I started to prefer non-earmuffed cybs, such as the Tomb design, much scarier. If we're talking about earmuffs, I don't quite... Earmuffs? Maybe this is a term which I haven't picked up on, but the only earmuffs that I see are like the Amandasian ones, where they've got the round things on their ears. Oh yeah, and obviously the Cybermen kind of do as well. And it's very... Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like, the Earthshock ones also have like the big things on the side of the head. And the Tomb ones just look very slick and just look really good. I'd like to see a return of Tomb Cybermen refined a little bit more without the... Actually, that would be really cool to have those little balls on the shoulders and the elbows, because at school we'd have those balls and it would be like, oh my god, it's a Cyberman thing, and everyone would be like, well, what are you talking about? The Cybermen don't look like that. They did in the 60s. I think latex I see in the back. Are we talking about my Ice Warriors? Yes, we have a couple of Ice Warrior masks there. But I'm unsure of whether to sell these or not because, well, A, I don't have the time right now. So if I were to sell them, they'd be available in May. But I'm also thinking of doing a version 2, which doesn't have an ugly seam line down the side of it. Yeah, the Invasion, Revenge, and Earthshock. Yeah, it just looks a bit much. I think especially on the Cyber Warriors, like I don't like how it blends into the chin and makes the chins look massive. Actually, you know what, looking a little bit more at the Cyber Warrior design, I can see what they were going for. I kind of want to put it at C now. Anyway. You don't know the ear muffs term. I've been off of social media, so maybe I've missed out. You made a fan film. I was just stating the earmuff design is now part of history. Yeah. I started the trend even in the 60s. No. Nice to have you here, TPV Figures. That's cool. Right, well, I am approaching my sleep time, so get your last questions in, get the last comments in, and we'll call it a wrap after that. It's been really fun. It's been really cool. That's what I like about these live streams. You guys dictate where this goes. It's cool. And we also got quite a funny Bubble Bath Cyberman. I saw it in a charity shop and I picked it up because I'm insane like that. Yeah. Other things, videos. Is there anything else I can talk about? I always try and keep these things concise, but then I end up going off on a tangent. Oh yes. Actually, you can actually see one of my latest customs, which I think you'll like this. Dark idea, Nathan, if you're still here. I can't remember what video it was. But in the background of one of my videos, you can see a B&M 3-pack mock-up kind of thing that I made of one of my fan films back in the day. I made a custom of Lewis as Trevor, the homeless guy. I made a custom of me as Eric, the farmer guy. And I made a third custom, which I'm not going to say because there'll be a video on it coming soon, of a particular Cyberman design which I took a 3D model off of Turbo Squid, I think, and modified it a little bit, and then I ended up printing it and customizing it a little bit more, and it's a really cool custom. I think you guys will love it when I eventually get around to showing it off. Were they good? Well, I mean, we don't get stuff like this anymore, but you know, they're actually pretty well detailed for just kind of crappy little novelty things. I miss novelty stuff. It's cool. My favourite Cyberman figure would have to, well, this guy. It doesn't really get much better than this. That's not me showing off. I genuinely love this figure. I haven't been able to put it down since I got it. After all these years, Character is making new figures. Well, they kind of stopped after they did. Well, the 3.75 inch wave kind of killed the 5-inch line. Then they came back with the Capaldi stuff and released 4 of the same figure, and then 2 of the same figure, and then the Night of the Doctor figure got discontinued, apparently. So, great distribution. Why don't they just release them in B&M, Forbidden Planet, and on Character Online? I don't understand, but it's okay. Don't worry. Maybe make a roasting of other Doctor Who YouTubers as a wrap. I think I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Henry Dudestar or something like that. Or maybe it was you, Tom, Dark Apocalypse, I can't remember. Someone said they had to make a diss track of other YouTubers, other Who-tubers. But the thing is, there are genuine Who-tubers which I would actually diss, but I wouldn't want to get into trouble for saying stuff, so... And there's also some amazing Who-tubers out there as well. I think it's definitely a lot more positive than negative. But obviously you've got people like Ballstreak and Clown TV and what's it called? The ginger guy who just live to hate, and it's like, well, if you're not having fun, well, you know, what's the point of sticking around if you're not going to have fun? Well, it's easy money, so maybe I should just become a progressive hater and just get a load of money from it because it's easy. Do you think they will get good again, Toy, when RTD2 takes over? It's hard to say because obviously the scene has changed. The toy scene has changed dramatically from 2006, so it's a difficult one. It's a very difficult one. I can't call it. I really can't. We just gotta wait and see. I doubt it. I really do doubt it, to be honest. I don't think that the focus is there anymore, it's unfortunate, but I wish they'd just make their goddamn minds up. If they're not going to do new series stuff, just let us know that you're not going to do new series stuff, because we got that leak a couple of weeks ago, which turned out to be false. Not leak. The email from Character Options, somebody got the information wrong, and they still do have the license to do new stuff. But it's... If you still have it, what are you doing, guys? God, even if you just re-release one Bronze Dalek in Flux packaging, that would be nice. But it's not going to happen. Jimmy and Vote Saxon, yeah, they seem chill. I've always liked their stuff. Yeah, Vote Saxon doesn't do as much Doctor Who stuff anymore. I wish I was into Robot Wars, because he seemed very passionate about it, and I'm very envious of his passion for that and Ghostbusters. I don't like Ghostbusters either, which is a shame because I really tried to like Ghostbusters, but I just don't like it that much. I never got it, never really. It was always like that comedy movie that everybody loves about From Oscar. What were we saying? Okay, I think we're gonna wrap this one up, guys, because I'll end up rambling a lot. But it's been fun, been really cool. It's been really great to have you here. Appreciate you guys taking the time out. Thank you to everyone who joined. Tom, TBV Figures, Cameron, 3Dan, all you guys, Epic, Dalek Idea, Scribbles to Screen. Really, really good to have you here. And look forward to more live streams in the future. I don't know whether maybe a good format going forward would be to do 2 tiers in one. I don't know. But we'll just wait and see. We'll see. But thank you for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.